My beautiful stars, reading time. So I want to do a channeled message from the person on your mind, but first I just want to see this main collective and your perspective on this whole thing, what you've gone through with this person, just to make it a little bit more specific. So let's get into it. Okay, only card that's up, Knight of Wands. You could have a lot of sexual chemistry. This could be quite a passionate kind of connection, especially when it comes to that department. And also it could be quite I always say he really leads with passion and impulse, and sometimes so determined to get to that whatever he's got his sights on, that sometimes he doesn't think the most clearly when moving forward. Okay, so we've got Ace of Pentacles in reverse, Five of Swords, Four of Cups with Knight of Wands. Okay. This collective, you were clearly at some point building a foundation here. Just with this Four of Cups and this Five of Swords, there's clearly been a little bit of conflict. Maybe you're viewing this person as being a little bit selfish. There's been some form of missed opportunity when it comes to this connection, and maybe you have faced, I don't want to say depression, but quite a bit of mental anxiety when it comes to this person. There's a reluctancy about your energy right now. You're very wary about this whole thing. This Ace of Coins in reverse, and this is the main collective's perspective. You're really focusing on certain delays here and certain details that maybe you weren't taking notice of in the past. There's this unstable energy around this right now. Finances could have, there could have been some issues here with finances. Let it be you guys had joint finances. One of you maybe made a little bit more income than the other. I do think there was a little bit of financial strain or comparison also when it came to this connection. But right now, this collective, you've got this connection. It's like it's under review. You're revising everything. So maybe for a long time, you yourself led with passion here. You led with that magnetic pull, that whirlwind. You were quite blinded to the actual, cracks that were here. But right now, as you're viewing this reading, you don't seem very blinded by the cracks. Okay. This hostility, conflict, this card specifies, it says plot twist. So I'm seeing that unexpected outcome. Whatever this missed opportunity here is that you faced with this person, I think it did come in quite unexpectedly. And it's really sad. This card says abusive. So I don't know if there was emotional turmoil here. I'm not feeling there was anything physical, but maybe there was quite a bit of emotional turmoil when it came to the way you guys would communicate. But another thing I see, just as a detail, I see this Knight of Wands as being kind of that real athletic, kind of attractive. Maybe your person is quite, or you both could be quite fitness or team sports, or they could just be kind of very sport savvy. You know how some people, whatever they do sport wise, they just really adapt to. There's a reason that's coming to my mind for this collective. But I do think there was a lot of excitement here. So maybe this is a connection that it started off with something a little bit more forbidden or a little bit secretive. The excitement I'm feeling from the initial connection. Or it could have just been quite an exciting connection at the start. Let it be you guys had some naughty habits or some things that you like to do together. Whatever the case, I do feel there was a little bit of kind of he's also very he's rebellious. Why am I feeling this was a little bit like naughty and tempting? Don't make it fit. It's coming to my mind. Okay, so Knight of Wands in reverse. Right now you're viewing this as maybe this person unfortunately lacks a little bit of life lessons. You're definitely seeing them as lacking energy towards this. So I'm seeing that stalemate card. I don't feel like there's much compromise right now when it comes to your communication. You could have, or you would right now see this as maybe this person was a little bit controlling, or it could have been a controlling connection on both ends, but he's very ruthless. He's very kind of, he can say some things without really thinking about it. So having this Knight of Wands and this King of Wands here, fire could be an important sign for you guys, but I just think this person again would lead with impulse and passion and could irrational decisions. Like, let's say they had an emotional ignition, they wouldn't really find center before expression. So maybe this person made some silly decisions on impulse, or unfortunately, I'm going to say it because I keep going back, I'm looking at this, I don't want to say abusive. No one should be in any kind of, even if it's like, that's terrible. But I feel this person, when it would come to conflict, and I do say this when we call certain people in, it's a reflection of some of our own behavior as well. And it might not be to the extreme that you're receiving it, but you in some form of way can relay that same energy out. Okay, so what I was going to say, I think when it came to conflict here, the way you guys would speak to each other, there was a lot of moral evaluation. There was a lot of judgment. So instead of talking about the issue at hand, you would judge each other. You've made me feel like this. Why are you like this? Maybe even picking on looks, or like, I feel it was just... I feel when it came to your disagreement style, you guys could be a little bit forthright and a little bit nasty. And I always say it's terrible to talk to someone like that. Family, friends, co-workers, love. It's a very belittling kind of energy. And after time, it can really affect our self-confidence. And when people are in love, you don't really understand how much that argument style affects you long term, because you kind of get numb to it, you get used to it. But I just feel the way you guys sometimes would speak to each other was quite attack mode, instead of, again, just, I said it before, I feel it's like there was no solution to your arguments. It would always end up kind of hostile, and you both were in the lens that you were being selfish or they were being selfish. It was very my truth, your truth, and there was just... It wouldn't surprise me if you guys were constantly around the same roundabout with the same kind of arguments, because they were never solved. They were either swept under the rug, or they would become so abruptive that once the situation just naturally soothed, let it be through silent treatment or this person taking off, you taking off, it would never be readdressed in the right way. Don't make it fit. Okay, Ace of Coins in reverse. Oh God, I'm hearing a couple things here. So 7 of Swords, there was definitely a little bit of dishonesty maybe about... First, let's talk about income. For some reason, I'm feeling this person maybe kind of exaggerated or spoke some mistruths about where they were in life, maybe. Okay, so let it be financially or just certain things. If this, and I'm not excusing it, but I find some people that really lack confidence, and they can unfortunately kind of talk themselves up sometimes, and that isn't really the case. It's coming from a place of them, I guess, wanting to feel, valued and appreciated. But, and again, I'm not excusing it, but some people that struggle with these issues can lie about just really unnecessary things. So I do think when it came, there's something here about finances, because that was one of the first things I felt for this connection. 2, because you are now putting everything under review, and you're under review and you're looking at the delays here or the details that were missed, I do think you go over this person's false pretenses, their mask, their deception. There's definitely unspoken truths here that this collective goes over. So deep in your soul, you know this person unfortunately might not be the most transparent. They could be a little bit misleading when it comes to personality trait, your view. Okay, again, I'm just here to confirm the right collective's energy right now. This card literally says cowardly, sneaky, betrayal, false pretenses, getting away with things, self-interest, selfish. That's another thing. I feel this collective really goes over strategy, how this person, you know, they don't allow for spontaneous expression. It's always a strategy, or you just don't know if it's truth or mistruth, cheating, lying, mask. So there is something here about definitely financially, but also when it comes to your foundation. This Ace of Coins in reverse literally says caution. So the right collective, you have caution over how this person carries themselves, and definitely when it comes to pure deep intention. This reminds me of one of my collectives that, especially your first row, this wasn't just a missed opportunity with this person. This really put destruction in your permanence and foundation in life. Let it be you worked with this person, you let them move in with you, or like, I just feel that this person affected your home space, like your living space, your financial space. It's reminding me of that card in this deck. It wasn't just a separation. There was a lot of conflict and destruction that came from this connection, like the aftermath of it. Okay, Five of Swords. Wow. So devil energy. This is a card of obsession, materialism, sexual addictions, certain other addictions. It's things that really grip us in life. It's things that we can focus out on, tunnel vision. And I just feel, and I said it before, when it came to conflict here, I think you both were coming at each other with your armor. So we talk about it all the time. We all grow an armor from about 3 or 4 years old. It progressively gets more and more of a fortress as the years go on, as the trauma build-up carries on through life. And whenever we are vulnerable here and we haven't gone through self-reflection, self-discovery, when we're triggered into a state of Five of Swords, this King of Wands in reverse, Four of Cups, Seven, our armor comes up as a defense. It's kind of our coping mechanism that we've been taught from such a young age from our examples, and then again life's trauma. And I just feel devil energy. When you guys were facing any kind of Five of Swords, you would be fighting each other with your shadows, which means you guys lacked deep vulnerability and understanding for each other's true needs and wants, and through each other's vulnerabilities. You would have had very bad communication. For this to be here when you guys were arguing, this would have been really hard to solve conflict. Like, for something that should have been just a little challenge, it would turn into conflict. Another thing I'm hearing, you guys could have really had the same, remember we said same argument over the same things. Let it be to do with finances, let it be to do with addictions, let it be to do with, it's just, you guys just couldn't drop something here. It was a repeated thing. Okay. And right now for this collective, when you reflect, it makes sense with this Seven of Swords. I really feel this collective, I'm hearing that denial. I think there was things that were denied here that you've got to remember. You're very wary right now. So you in your soul, you truly believe this person has gaslighted you with something, or again, it's that denial. But your shadow self was definitely prominent for both of you in this connection. Missed opportunity. Okay, so you were future planning. So you guys, when this Four of Cups really took place, it's so funny. I'm hearing myself in yesterday's reading, and I'm going to say it. When we got to this part, this love pop part in yesterday's collective, it was an energy that this person promised so much, but even through the midst of all those promises of, planning for the future and big decisions, this person wasn't in the capacity or the understanding to actually deliver those things. Let it be the not the best financially, didn't have the best structure. There was even a comment saying that, this person proposed, but they didn't even have money to get a ring. But I said to that collective, there's a reason that specifically came out for this collective. Even though they were making all these promises, you could see in their energy they couldn't come through with those promises. So as a collective, and like I said yesterday, in the nicest way, if someone's making all those promises, but you can see, and if you were in your worth and your value, you would have seen this person can't come through with these. So why are they even bringing these offers to the table? This person doesn't know the sanctity of love and promises, and they move way too intensely, 0 to 100. How can they really mean these things when this is how we act in conflict? And I feel this collective, all of these things that you guys were planning, because you've got to remember you're still in Four of Cups with this. You should never have accepted it in the moment. Look at the state of how you guys were when you needed each other the most. I always say connections, you're never going to be just smooth sailings. You're always going to have ups and downs, no matter if it's a soulmate, a divine, no matter what it is. But it's these moments that either are going to strengthen you or are going to break you. It's these moments in conflict. Do you choose each other at your worst and nurture each other, or do you accelerate the worst and bring out the worst in each other? And this row here that this collective is still clearly bound to and clearly building resentment for, you're just as much as fault, because it was your trauma that accepted it in the first place. And if you can just take a moment to think, oh my God, I didn't see myself, you wouldn't have such a painful, frustrated outlook, because unfortunately you put yourself in this position. And I'm saying that from a place of love. This is how we struggle to forgive and forget. This is how we harbor this resentment to pure frustration, because we blame instead of, holy moly, look what I excused for so long. Look at my lack of boundaries. Look at my lack of value. Look at my lack of self-respect. How can I just blame this person? I was the one that kept giving the benefit of the doubt. I was the one that excused this to a state of now complete distrust and broken foundation. It's just sad because it looks like it was this person that chose to leave. You would have still been in this situation if they didn't walk away. And again, I'm saying this from a genuine place of love. This Knight of Wands. Yeah, it's been one of the fastest to the slowest moving nights. I think you've had faith that this person would evolve. I think you've been on this journey I always say that Knight of Coins, he's on this journey for so long, he forgets he's on the bloody journey. But he's teaching himself perseverance and hard work and faith and loyalty and abundance. He learns his responsibilities and how to be responsible in life, and there was that deviation. I feel this was a little bit of a naughty kind of connection. Maybe when you met each other you were quite irresponsible. Do I think there's still hopes that this person's evolving? Do I think you still have moments of really hoping this person will come through changed? Yes, but then look at the destruction you hold on to. You've definitely been patient here, but you could also see this person as very stubborn, and I feel that a little. I keep going over that word, selfish. Maybe they've really lacked accountability here. Last one. So work's a big thing. You could have met them at work, but you really do hope you can come into synergy with this person, but you know it needs active listening. You know you can't move forward without at least coming to compromise and good communication here, which is good. You clearly still have a place in your heart for this person, but you can see, like, this is some heavy stuff. And if this is really your outlook on them, gosh. It's like the only kind of positive thing here is, I think clearly there's still loyalty, but you really do believe this person can evolve into strength. But at least I will say this positive from what I can see. Maybe in the past, if this person has come through a few times, maybe you were one of my collectives, hey, and just pretending like nothing's happened. You're really focusing on making sure there's good communication, and I just don't think this collective you would maybe excuse the things you excused in the past. But I will have to break it all down. This is your perspective right now, okay? And again, I'm wanting to do a channeled message, so this person's clearly lingering in your energy. Before I get their perspective, I just want to get the universal, view on this, how the universe sees this energy. Hold on a second. Let's just get these quickly, because that's really heavy, and I don't know if that's just because this collective you're quite overwhelmed in frustration, or maybe you're not seeing it completely. That's pretty heavy, but let's just have a look. All right, how does the universe see this connection? Oh wow, you've got Magician up here. That's good. This Magician card, first thing says communication and talkative expression. So communication definitely needed to be worked on here, but this is about manifestations as well. Inspired action. 2 is your first number as well. 2 could be significant here. Wow. So this was a catalyst of definitely some form of awakening here for this collective. This ignited your soul. It got things really going for you in life, especially with maybe your own magician's mind, the creator of universal magic. But it created some form of soul spark, but there was a lot of effort that's required here to get this back on the same page. This is about also fanning those flames, very highly ignited. Whoa, that's really beautiful. This is why I like to see the universe's perspective, because sometimes and anyone that watches me regularly, we do get readings that really take a turn. When I pick up the main collective, sometimes you guys really aren't seeing things right, and it's coming from a place of hurt, and you can really create negativity in your mind. you've got Magician, the bellows, and you've got the reconciliation card here. So yes, it was. And I always say fires in life, ignition in life is what grows us, right? Without feeling triggered, without feeling those emotions everyone tries to avoid for some reason, you're not going to grow. So even though there's been a lot of effort required here, this has made you at least start to evaluate how you view love and how you walk through love and the things you deal with and the things you excuse. Without that destruction, you wouldn't have grown, okay? But this says happy, harmony, beauty, a gift, art, reconciliation, love, openness. It was your expression that was, and this would have been both of your faults, not just this person's fault. But warmth, it taught you gratitude. 9, so you've got 2, 3, 3. You could be watching this at 2:33. 2nd of September, so that's only in a couple days, and then you've got the 9th of February. They could be important dates as well. Flowers could be significant for you. Wow, destiny. Taught you your spirituality. Taught you to tap into divine guidance around you through the trials and tribulations. It was a necessity, as we said it before. The sorrow, the emotional loss, it was all fated. It was meant to grow you. To connect to your duties in life, your true potential in life. But also, and I find true soul connections, it's very odd, and I still to this day don't understand why this happens. If anyone's got any thoughts or opinions on it, let me know. I find all true soul connections, when you guys go to face whatever it is, there's always passings. Let it be fur babies, like you guys go through physical loss. My perspective on that is, of course, guidance. When a soul's ready to leave this earth, it's their time, they're ready, right? But just the timing of it, 1, I believe they're meant to guide you on your journey, but 2, I also believe it's meant to make people reflect, especially when you lose someone suddenly. It's meant to really show you how to appreciate life more and really show you, like, life's too short to waste it away. That saying, you should live every day as your last, I've actually made a little video on that before. Those words are so true. But I find people that go through that soul activation, you end up losing, like, physical people around you, like, and it's, yeah, I find that some of you guys lose a lot too, not just one person. It can be a few passings after one another, and you could have gone your whole life never losing anyone until that point. There's a reason this is coming to my mind for this collective. Wow, it really was meant to teach. It was meant to put you into self-reflection. It was meant to inspire you, break through the illusions of this world, to connect to your spirituality, your intuition, your psychic abilities. Look at this compared to your perspective. This collective, you're so surface level. Like, the High Priestess didn't come out, like, there was nothing about your self-discovery. This collective, you're really upset at this person. Like, if this really happened to you, made you enlighten, activated your dream, although I don't think it would have activated your dream state. Anyone that has very vivid prophetic dreams, that's been with you your whole life. It was meant to show you were not stuck in this world. So before this connection, you would have literally been programmed into that 85%, just constantly not really knowing your direction in life. Oh, wow. All right, let's confirm these. This card came out yesterday. This is a card of the entrepreneur, so maybe you really did tap into your birthright. You own your own business now, or you're on the verge of doing that, realizing you are a problem solver. your curiosity of this world. Oh my God, we lost it. So oh my God. Okay. So you got the problem solver underneath this magician. It was meant to teach you your birthright, connect to your path. He's the entrepreneur, the problem solver. Then underneath your heart's awakening, you got the twin flame and the strength card, right? Again, universe's perspective. So it was meant to awaken you. It was meant to connect you to you, right? Divine partner, heart chakra activation, reflection, awakening, the catalyst of change, the other self, balancing your feminine and masculine. But then you got the strength with that twin flame card. It was meant to teach you your self-belief, your infinite potential, your compassion in life, your warmth, your bold, your brave energy. It was meant to make you become that female magician, taming that ferocious lion within, learning how to guide that hurricane constructively, right? This card says caring, warmth, generous, your determination, your creative's mind. And what I was saying, if you have a creative's mind and you aren't putting that into external things, you are insufferable to be around. A creative's mind never stops. So if you're in an unfulfilling job that just pays bills, if you aren't relieving your strengths, and this is why I always talk about, people do not understand the power of your birth energy. People are born to follow their fulfillment. That is what brings balance into you in life. This collective, you clearly have a magician's mind, a creator's mind. This journey was meant to it was never just about love. It was to make you find you. It was to make you soar. It was made to make you connect to your blueprint and relieve your internal strength so you weren't insufferable to be around anymore. And I'm saying that in such a beautiful way for you guys, but really reflect back not just on this connection. You would have had a string of failed relationships, friction with family, friction with friends, always friction at work, because you were never connected to you. So right now, this collective, love you to bits, you're seeing it way too surface level. And when you're in strength and center and not stuck in the belief system you're trying to break, you know this deep within. And remember the deviation with this. Without those fires, you would never have grown. That is absolutely powerful, that row. Now that I'm seeing this it was meant to make you realize all you need is you, your sovereignty. It was never just about external reconciliation. It was to reconcile with you. To learn how to overcome barriers of communication. The bridge underneath the bouquet. 9th of December, 12th of September. 9th of December, 12th of September could be important memory or birthday as well. To communicate, to learn how to unite, to connect to you, to come into harmony. You've got two about harmony, to learn compromise. And right now this collective, and don't make it fear, you are not in a compromise when it comes to your mind frame. Look at how you see this, your perspective. And yes, you may be overwhelmed, but divines, this is when you need to pull yourself up. This is finding you for a reason. You're literally falling back into society's perception of things. That's not you. That's not the divine's journey. You're not the 85%. You're the 5% that's meant to break free that 85% from the 10%. The schooling system, the hierarchy, the things that created our shadow from 3-4 years old. You're the cycle breaker. So this outlook you have right now, just a simple question, ask yourself, is that a divine outlook? Or am I holding on to how everyone else would perceive the situation I've been through? Remember, true divines, unconditional love, understanding, forgiveness. And I bet you swear black and blue you're a divine feminine. Your outlook right now, saying it in a loving way, is not a divine feminine's outlook. Watch the whole thing. These are the moments you need to be stronger than that thought pattern. These are the moments you turn to gratitude. These are the moments you turn to prayer. Why am I thinking like this right now? What lesson do I need to learn from this? I'm going to write this all down so I can reflect on it when I'm not in an emotional ignition. These are the moments you're meant to be proactive about changing this outlook. If this always comes over you and there's no change, you're not healing it, you're not mastering it, so you're getting stuck at that stepping stone. And we say it's not divine's fault, it's not masculine, it's you guys not mastering the emotion. It's you guys that prolong your timeline. You're probably one of my collectives. You know this, but the time. Oh, it can't be. I've waited too long. So you're still ego's timing. You're not surrendering to divine's timing. But anyway. Oh my gosh, it was... And death underneath the cross. There was definitely passings here. But this was meant to rebirth you. It was meant to phoenix you. It was meant to break you free from the 85%. This was your destiny. To activate your spirituality, your divine guidance. Look at these cards. I'm so glad I went for these before I went for them, because the energy I was reading from this collective, was just very karmic. It just smelt like a big fat lesson. It just shows you're not in the right headspace right now. Tower. It was meant to. How else were you going to become unstuck? How else were you meant to self-reflect on your raw energy, your lustful things in life, how you handle sudden change, abandonment, how you handle chaos, your aggression? And I feel that for this collective. There's a lot of blame on this person, but I said, you call people in for a reason. Your anger, your impulse. And again, you see this person as very impulsive. It was meant to teach you both. You were meant to... This was keeping you stuck in life. You were change resistant. And you didn't even know, which means you came from a very tough childhood. People that are change resistant, you either move very frequently. Every time you were comfortable, something would happen. There would be an upheaval. Let it be your parents, separated when you were very young, back and forth. Did I say a lot of different schools? Go to a lot. It's like as soon as you got comfortable as a child, something would change. So when you get into your adult years, when it comes to change without you knowing, programmed to your belief system, your shadow, that's scary. I need to stay put. And it makes sense with the first part, because I said you chose to align to this. It was because this person left. They were the one that chose to walk away from, how chaotic it was. Now you were seeing it as the Four of Cups, but it shows your abandonment. So even though everything was in destruction and you just wouldn't leave, you wouldn't move, because even though it was destructive, it made you feel safe in some form of way. If anything, thank them, because the right collective, this taught you that's not how life should be. 10th of June or 6th of October, last one. There's clearly someone else tied to this as well. But maybe you were easily influenced, and you still are a little bit. You still fall short into society's belief system. But there was a lot of energy around this that maybe you weren't completely aware of. You're seeing them as the Seven of Swords right now, but that'll come full circle when it's meant to. I always say this true divine journey, it's not just your will, it's your will, their will, and the people involved with it. You need to be patient. You've got to stop falling short to other people's influence on how they deem you should feel, because that's your block. For the right collective. Judgment. You need... This awoke you to this world. Total transformation, heeding the call, it renewed you. It literally awakened you. It gave you a clean slate in life, another card of rebirth. It created fundamental changes, a clearing and purging. You were reminding me of a collective. Unless you get external union, this journey isn't valid for you. That's wrong. Look what it did to your soul. Why are you holding on to so much anger? It was part of your soul's contract that you signed off, right? Means every other lifetime you didn't get it right. This lifetime you've cracked it. Deal with it. Sorry. I just see it all the time. It's so much blame, but look at who you guys turn into. Wouldn't you think you'd be giving thanks? The only reason you blame is because you're so dependent on that companionship. Too much focus on them. And you got the only 2 twin flame cards in 132 cards. You got the twin flame and you got the swan card. So soulmate, twin flame, the one, a pair of things, deep soul connection, blooming that. But why are you so focused on it? Trust, surrender to it. Look at the other magic that's happened in your life. The quicker you can let go of your separation frequency, because that's what you're sitting in, because there's too much need, you'll relieve that abundant block. Come into your union frequency, which is your internal yin and yang, focusing on the things you can control. Very glad I got that deck. Now I just quickly want to see this collective. This is taking a bit of a turn. I want to see what you think is going on here, just to show you how your thought pattern creates this kind of energy. It's like, I know your perspective, but I want to see what you think this person's perspective is. Actually, no, I'm just going to get these little... Hold on one second. Hold on. I just want to get these because I don't want it to be too long. So I think yesterday at the reading... All right, let's just see what you think this energy is. That's way too many of that. Okay, so please watch from the beginning. So this collective, you think you're being positive. You think you're being positive. I'm keeping a positive mindset. I'm manifesting exactly what I want and need. Look at your outlook of things. That is not positive. Sorry. And then the next card that's up, right? So you're trying to keep a positive mindset. Then you go over this breakup and this, I've got to stop the pattern. Look at the silent treatment. Look at the abandonment. Very 3D for the right collective. This is happening to grow you, but it's frustrating you. Without the silent treatment, without the abandonment, you wouldn't be evolving without that fire. So you never put yourself in this position again. The runner. So you're still seeing them as a runner, right? So again, you're holding on to the past version. So how are you going to get a new version? Magician's mind. Powerful mind. If you keep holding on to their grievances, you're not letting them become new. So what does that mean about you? Because you're true divines, right? For this collective, the universal part, what do you think they're thinking about you? They'd be blaming you still because you're blaming them. Karmic, that they're karmic. But I just need to make it clear. Look at how you see them, but you think you're keeping a positive mindset. Sorry, I just want to show this right collective the power of thought. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm not... and you can see this, the triggers, the turmoil, and that was a huge thing about the resentment build-up you're building up because you're not seeing your part in it, right? Watch from the beginning. I need to let go so I can love myself. Let go. You don't need to be critical and judgmental about them to let go of them. I say this, I can't, like, I say this so much here. Why do people have to put someone in such a degrading outlook to let go of them? It doesn't work for this collective, so why do you, it's not working, so why do you keep doing the same thing? Oh, I'm positive. Look at how you see this person. That's not positive. It clearly doesn't work for this collective. You've clearly tried this approach for how long and you fall back into just craving them. So try something different. Yes, let them go. Love you. Let them go with grace. You've changed me. You made me find myself. Look at how I saw through life because of the pain I've gone through. Thank you. Not they're this, they've got ego issues, they've got this, and then you think they sit there and hover over their phone craving you, but you see them as a complete trigger. Oh no, but they're there. They want to converse more. They're hovering. They're obsessed with me, but they're an ass. That doesn't make sense. Sorry, I'm ripping off the Band-Aid. Do you see what I'm trying to show you guys, though? I hope you can see what I'm trying to show you guys. This outlook does not work, especially for divine beings. I say it all the time. You are literally, you present as the magician. What you focus on, you will create. You'll never come in. Oh, I don't want to say that. But you will keep prolonging your cycle time and time again until you change this outlook. I have to confirm. This is not positivity. And in the same note, that doesn't mean you need to look at them as, oh, Prince Charming. It means don't focus on them. To keep a positive mindset, focus on you and gratitude of what you have. We talk about this all the time. You every day. Don't focus on past and don't focus on future. Be the best version of yourself every day. Wake up every day with a certain routine that you want to do. Let it be, even if it is very just kind of 3D. I want to get this and this done today. I want to be up by 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. I want to go for an hour walk. I want to have a list that you just focus on you and that one list every day. So when you close your eyes overnight, you're proud of yourself. Live every day as if it was your last. That's what will keep a positive mindset. Not pretending to, oh, they're my this, them, like, let's take them out of your positive mindset. They don't need to be your focus because that's taking you out of surrender. You're making your whole journey about this one person. That's not the divine journey. Sorry, I love you guys, but clearly what you're doing is not what I'm telling you. That first part, I thought I was reading a karmic connection. Like, because that's your mind frame right now. It's so karmic. You're missing the lesson of it all. And you've literally got it here. Even you have moments of thinking they're karmic because you don't have the answers. You don't have the external union, so you must be crazy. It's not how you guys should be thinking. Anyway. Oh, so this, you think you're keeping a positive mindset through your separation? I'm not going to keep ripping in, but I just want to say this, when this sadness, missing you, thinking about you, yearning, but when you're unsure of the future, that's where you go to. That's where you go to. If this is too triggering to, I would save this, and when you're in this state, come back to watch this, because it doesn't make sense energetically. Okay? Oh, the acts, there was the cheating, the lying, the mask, watch from the beginning. There was third-party interference. They chose someone else. That's why they broke up with me. That's why they give me silent treatment, abandonment. Again, you're completely nulling and voiding. So what if there was? Karmics give different lessons to divines. Why do you need to focus on it and affect your self-worth? Your veils were on. Whatever was done was done. Let go. Don't focus on it, because you still, even with all this negativity, then think they're sitting there obsessed. It does not work for this collective's mind. This focus doesn't help you release them. It just makes you unsure of the future and makes you question your sanity. Oh, you think they're a self-absorbed narcissist. The runner, self-absorbed narcissist, one-sided relationship, they love bomb me. But this ending will bring a new beginning. Oh, but endings bring new beginnings, growth, they're going to change, we're going to transition. But they're a narcissist. Like, sorry. I need to make healthier choices. I need to let go and love them. And that's good. Let go of them. any outlook. But they're my paradise, they're my oneness, they're my everything. But this is so triggering into the right, collective, this is making you see your trauma. I really hope this is making you, because this collective, it's blaming this person to the high heavens. Can you not see your lack of self-worth here? You think by finding your self-worth to give you strength, it's to put this person down. Even though they've evolved you to the way they've evolved you. Let go of it. Let go of it. That's your self-worth. I'm just going to do me. If I find someone else, or if I do this, or I'm just going to live every day as if it was my last. I'm going to focus on myself. That was a chapter that I will forever thank. Look who I am today. I don't need the answers anymore. The silence is my closure. I'm not going to keep reflecting on the triggers. I'm not going to keep reflecting that there was someone else involved. I'm definitely not going to say that this person just love bombed me and this was all just like everything that you're trying to tell yourself. You're belittling yourself by believing it because you excused it. This was one-sided. Oh no, but there is a new beginning. You think by being negative it's going to help you. It's not. It's trapping you. But they own the key to my heart. They're hovering. They're going to talk again. We're going to get back together. This is the one. This is the one. But look at this. My angels. Readings like this people hate to hear. They hate it, but you need it. I'm sorry, I have to tell you. This collective, you need this. This is something you need to say. And just when this thought pattern is trickling in, you it's just more to wake you up. You either, and I say this to you guys, you either literally let go, walk away, or you need to change your outlook, because this 50-50 back and forth, anger, love, your energy, that's separation. Complete block, because there's too much focus on it. It's too much focus on it. I just want to get you quickly an angel message, and yeah, your control, it's not, you could be quite controlling yourself, the first part, but you're trying to control the outcome, but you're pushing the outcome away because you're not mastering this emotion. Surrender to spirit, surrender to the divine. You need to trust. Or let go. People swear black and blue that they're a twin flame, but they think they're the exception. Oh no, I can just sit there and I can just completely obsess and do subliminals and manner, and everything's gonna fall into. No one's the exception. Focus on yourself, your divine work, your divine mission, your self-discovery, your true healing. Come into your sovereignty. That's what's gonna work. When you unite with yourself, your true self, that was lost before all your trauma took place, the person you were truly born to be. Once you've done everything you can to achieve your goal, you can't stress in what you're doing right now. Block. Turn this over to spirit. Turn this situation over to the divine and let spirit work its magic. That's all you need to do. Just focus on you. You've done everything you can do with your emotional stress. Surrender it. And then when it's coming over, you need to be on top of your thought pattern, 66 days to create a habit. Every time this person comes over your mind, surrender it, pray. Give me strength. Give me stillness. I trust in your plan for me. I know this is my lifetime to finally find myself. Take this worry away from me. I always say there's nothing stronger than your connection to source. Surrender it to spirit. Every time. And rest and rejuvenate. Stop stressing. To prevent burnout, slow down, honor your need for, and maybe you need proper quiet time. Maybe you need to put meditation or stillness into your daily practice. That little list we were talking about. Me personally, an hour before bed every night, that is my time with my spirit team. No technology. I work with the daylight. So soon as the sun's going down, there's no lights in my home. I work with the natural light. It's the same with as the sun's going up. When that sun has finally risen, I will always go outside for at least half an hour. I don't do my daily walk in the morning, but I go outside. I connect to my fairy garden, to my blossom tree. There's a reason I'm saying this for this collective. I just think you need stillness in your daily practice. Honor your need for quiet time and peaceful sleep and rejuvenation of your mind, body, soul, and spirit. Surrender to, and that's where it comes from, the frustration of not getting your way. And I'm saying that, I'm ripping off the band-aid. It's because you haven't got your way. You haven't got your outcome. You haven't won yet. So you turn very, very negative in the mind. It's sad. Frustration doesn't open any doors. The key to resolving a dilemma is dissolving its block, and I kept saying that for you, is to take a breath, center yourself, regroup so you find a different approach to the situation. We've said it so many times, your approach is not right here. And it's funny, I normally get a theme of cards. Right now, your energy's blocked. Your third eye, probably your crown, your solar, your confidence with the situation, and of course your communication, your throat chakra, because I always say this blocks when we're not being truthful with ourselves, right? You might just need to do a complete energy reset right now. Okay, just one more angel card for you. Yesterday was a tough love reading as well, and so, he's with you, by your side. Archangel Michael, pray to him. He's bloody painful, but he is our most powerful protector. But the way he protects us is to remove everything that should not be in our life, and it comes in a very, rejection is protection. But he's doing it for your best interest. 3, Archangel Michael is with you now. Even though you can't see it, I'm actively working on this situation. I'm here trying to help you. Talk to him. I don't even want to show you this because that's not what you should focus on, because your need of external is what takes you off center. But number 44, you will manifest exactly what you need when you get your mind right. Okay? Express gratitude as if your plans have already come to pass. And I say that about manifestations. You've got to live as if you've got it already. This collective, you don't do that. You live in fear that it's never going to come. So you've got to have play and happiness in every day. You want something to arrive. Create the environment for it before it arrives. Until you're both new, it will not come. For true divines, I say this all the time. You're holding on to the past, and I said this yesterday. You're holding on to the past version of them. You're not. You don't believe that they can grow. There's a little part of you, but you don't. That very first part, there's a little part of you that does believe it. But then look what your mind frame goes into. You're not just halting your growth. Those magical threads are there for a reason. True reflection, true divines. You're halting their growth too. Feminines, unfortunately, you do spiritually. You lead the way because you're ruled by the emotion. I say they're 6 to 9 months behind you. So if you cannot master something, they're not going to master it. You guys lead the way. That's why I just say focus on you. See you. Because when you see you and your true worth, your value, that's when things really start to change. An important relationship is on the horizon. Open your mind and heart that happiness can enter your life. You are holding on to pain. Remember, you got the Magician as your first card. You are a master manifester. But what you focus on, you'll create. And right now, look at what you were focusing on. The right collective, I hope that was a penny for you. I hope it wasn't a trigger. I hope it made you realize, holy moly, look at how I think. Trust in your divine purpose. If you're a true divine, it's part of your divine mission. Have more belief. This experience has divine meaning. Healing will come. Know that you are on the path of growth. So just focus on you. Okay. All right. What I'm going to do, I'm going to cleanse everything out. Now, I am going to tap into this person's energy. And I never say this, but maybe ask yourself as a collective. I am going to do that part because I'm being called to. Sometimes I'm told to stop and don't. Is it really something you need to see right now? There's a reason I want to do it, but I'm being called to tell you that. I'm going to put it in a complete different part. I'm going to put it in part 3. So I will tell you right now, though, how blocked you are. I can't see that, like, there's a reason I'm getting called to do it. Okay, this was originally just meant to be a channeled message. But I'm going to cleanse everything and I'm going to get into part 3. All right. Okay, so they're going through inner turmoil as well. Bit of victim mentality. Funny that. Balancing. Okay, so there is something about your glow. Leo could be important here. I'm bound physically, mentally, and spiritually, but this collective you are in a way as well. I feel there is no way out from where I am. I feel imprisoned because of my own doing. I'm trying to fight my inner demons, but it's just so difficult at times. I think the biggest thing, it's not that there's no way out of your emotion, it's just the roundabout of your emotion. I feel this collective, you do great for, a few days or a few weeks, but it's every time you come into this triggered state, it's the same thought pattern. So your higher self is trying to show you, and we said it before, if the same thing keeps coming up, you're not doing it right. You're not seeing it right. And until you master that emotion and start thinking in a different approach, you're not going to get past this inner turmoil that you feel about this whole thing. I am trying to balance the scales of my life and our connection. I took from you more than you were able to give, and that's a huge thing that you keep focusing on, this collective, how selfish they were. It was one, like, you true divines, you really do reflect. So clearly they have guilt over this, but you can't let go of that thought pattern, so they can't let go of it, and it creates inner turmoil. It makes them feel stuck. There's no way you'll accept them. There's no way this, so what's the point? And the thing is, right now, this collective, your energy does not accept them. You think you do. Just watch the whole thing. Give. I used you for my own benefit. I now understand this was unhealthy and unfair to you. I am sorry. I was so used to being the center focus of everyone's attention, but your magnetism outweighed mine, and I was insecure about that. So let's just say, because true divines, you have an influential glow. You guys are born to glow up this world. You're born to make an impact. So if there was jealousy, if there was a lot of unnecessary arguments, watch the first part about, unfortunately, the way you glowed. This person still can't get past that. And the thing is, you're really holding on to certain arguments, this collective. So it wouldn't surprise me if, because you're going over the third party, the this or that, it wouldn't surprise me that you have also a thought pattern that maybe there's an intimidation about how much you glow or this, or like you can see how you try and just give reason to every which thing in your mind. Important numbers, 63, 38, and 86. And then they're just like you, though. So you got the hovering over the phone, the this, the that. I can't help but want you physically, sexually, and mentally. You're all I think about, but then it creates inner turmoil, and then they feel stuck exactly like this collective. And you've got such a focus on their Knight of Wands behavior. Anyway, alone and lost in my thoughts. The thought of you drives me insane. Number 20. Oh, it's the unsent messages. So you feel it, but they're so scared to hit send because of your reaction. And I'm telling you right now, gosh, I could just imagine what reaction they would get. I really want to tell you how I feel, but is it too late? Will you understand what I'm trying? You are literally pushing this energy away. Will you understand what I'm trying to say? Will you misinterpret my message? So I'd rather not say anything at all. Your main focus in your perspective is your arguments. So of course, they're going to be feeling the same, but they're so sentimental. So everything reminds them of you and it pains them. Memories of us bring me joy, but agony at the same time. Mirrored. I think about you continuously, and you're constantly on this person's mind, but it turns into sadness. And how would this ever work again? Oh my God. The promises. But of course they want this. You can, anyway. I want to commit to you. I want to hold your hand in sickness and in health. I want to walk into the sunset with you and never look back. But I need to release certain this collective, you need to release certain emotional blocks to fully commit to you. And also they go over the triggers. Past life connection and rebuild. One more. This is beautiful. So they are reinventing themselves, but you're holding on to a version which I think you've exaggerated in your mind too, this collective. I cannot get past the difference between your perspective and the universe. Like that, this collective, you really need to watch this whole thing because there's such a imbalance when it comes to you guys, but you think all the imbalance comes from them. I'm trying to reinvent myself and release the old me, but you're holding on to the old them. Anyway, I took you for granted. I disappointed you and I deserted you when you needed me the most, but it was meant to, 6920 number. This collective, how it played out, it was meant to. You would not have found yourself. I want to come back stronger so I can build something better with you. Oh. I'm going over a memory from March 20th, May 5th, May 6th, June 20th. It's probably a memory you're holding on to too, this collective. Hold on, before I get their tarot, I want to see how they're emotionally feeling right now. Jealous. Jealousy is a huge thing for them. Huge. It will never work in love. They feel threatened, they feel insecure, they feel envious, they still have trust issues, they're feeling bitter, like they're in competition. There's like this says hatred. This collective, you have a bit of that too. Oh, and then anxious and ashamed. This person won't move forward with these emotions. And these are the only emotions you're holding on to. You have to release them. Fearful, on edge, overthinking, nervous, worried. Oh my God, imagining the worst. So I can't. I'm going to get rejected. Embarrassed, guilty, red face, sorry, hanging their head in shame, disgraced. And then controlled. So they're environment and they're controlled by their emotion. And this collective, your perspective, you feel they're controlling. Everything you're focusing on is their block. it just shows this is the stuff you need to relate. Everything that has come out for you as a main focus is a main focus, and it scares them because they in their soul they know they'll be rejected, and the funny thing is they will, because you cannot get past the burdens here. So people wanting power over them, people that are demanding, restricting, and even they could think this about you because you think this about them. So when they try and avoid this, they go back to the controlling nature of the connection. Telling me what I can and can't do, that yes boss kind of energy. But then they feel protective over you. So this is probably why they check in, and there's that jealousy. And I find true divines, you have such a claim over each other, even in separation. They want to keep you safe. They're concerned, but they're being careful, focusing on responsibilities. But they want to guard you, protect you from getting hurt. But then every deck for you, selfish came out. Their selfishness, self-interest, self-absorbed, me, no consideration for narcissist. And this anyway, watch the whole thing. Last one. And then shameless. If you don't like it, then that's so they're being really stubborn. I do what I want, say what I want. This is why the controlled's here. No shame. Bravery, not at the moment. They're exactly like you. Every time they crave you, they hold on to the bad. And that's this collective's worst thing. Every time you crave them, you hold on to the bad. I just want to get what the universe has, what energy they're in, universe. Oh, the same card for you. The reconciliation. Same card, the same card as you, going through a rebirth. The universe is trying to get them to focus on the happy, the harmony, the reconciliation, love, expression, warmth, gratitude. And this is why you both get there, but then you both backtrack into the net. They're trying to rebirth you from your outlooks. You're as bad as each other. I think they're trying to create a community around your person, but your person, I think, is someone that's still in distraction mode. So they'll go out, do silly, but justice. Oh God, the life lessons, the purple curtain. They're trying to get them to focus on balancing their life, truth of situations which you cannot let go of, this collective. Walking through life with integrity. Could be some legal things here in their life as well. Libra and Scorpio could be important signs. Oh, trying to get them to get out of negativity. Enjoyment, trying to be present, to know where to go to gather sweet nectar. So when they're feeling negative, where to go to find their emotional center, just like you guys, lifting out the negativity, lightness of being. Hummingbirds, 20th of the 8th could be important. Rebirth. Perfect. So they're activating Jupiter energy around them. Expansion, their optimism, growth, wanting to change their luck, making stable changes, destiny, a turning point. This is good. Grateful, good fortune. You got the Judgment over you. Reconciliation. Okay, so they're trying to gather more information right now, but this is good. They're coming into the end of a tough cycle here. Be more open-minded, seeing both sides of things, which you need to work on, this collective, their empathy. Then maybe they are going over their deceptive chameleon ways, because this collective, you can't stop focusing on it. But that would be blocking them coming through the unsent messages. I want one more for that, please. Yes, and didn't I say that? It's creating the stalemate. So this is what they're trying to close out for them. The standoff, the non-committal, the blocked, the delay tactics. And that's what the Ace of Coins in reverse. You can't stop focusing on it. The refusing to competition. Jealousy is a big thing here. This person doesn't want to feel like they have to fight for your affections. This is why you really need to clear out this thread, my angels, because it's blocking your reconciliation, because you can't stop focusing on it. 6th of the 9th, 9th of the 6th, birthday wise. Oh, this is good. So through the community, through them, at least trying to get out there, it's finding some form of center in them. Creating awareness, helping their well-being. Maybe they are meditating. I had a huge deviation for you to take moments of stillness every day. Maybe they are. Oh, good. So through because remember that purple curtain, it's not just this lifetime, it's all of our lifetimes accumulated. But they're teaching your person endurance, how to become stable, how to restrain from certain temptations, teach them to at least want security and permanence in their life, perseverance, their willpower, their mental discipline, focusing on long-lasting things, not short-term bliss. This justice energy over them is teaching them some very valuable things in life to create structure. That's good. I want one more for that. 2 more. Oh, beautiful. So by focusing on this, the star energy, wishes will come true. Peace, miracle, falling in love, hope, inspired, midnight magic, feeling blessed. Chariot, another card of action, willpower, mental discipline. It will create forward movement for them. Very good. Very good. Perfect. They're trying to give them a win right now, which this person needs. This collective, you hold on to them and their financial struggles. There's clearly a block here. Win, victory, their reputation, key experiences, achievements, to bring down their mask, not feeling good enough for you. So clearly until this is achieved, they will stay at a distance, because this collective, you kind of put yourself a bit more of you're kind of better than them in an odd way. If you watch the whole thing, just this clearly created destruction in the past overall. Perfect. Removing obstacles in their life. Gentle, powerful, wise, trust. Something about career. So right now, they're trying to really give them a winning season, which is good. Expect the unexpected. This person clearly needs to build their confidence to be able to stand by your side. Look at the ones about expansion around their energy, especially financially. You've got the Jupiter, you've got the Lily card, the Elephant card, the Trophy card, the Chariot card, this Justice one, and this Hummingbird. They're trying to rebirth them into a new season so they can feel a little bit more proud of themselves and really sit in that strength of masculinity. Alright, I just want to see their perspective. I really hope it's different to your perspective. Their current perspective on this connection. Oh God, so the 9 of Swords, first card. Anyway, you know what I'm going to say. The psychological trauma, the lost hope of this love. Dark thoughts, anxiety, fear. No, this isn't going to work. It's that inner turmoil card, victim mentality. This would never work. Look what's been done here. Lovers, I love them so much. They're my everything. But look what I've done. I'm not good enough. I need this, 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 this. Oh, all they want to do, look at the difference. They want harmony. They want to resolve this situation. They want to find common ground. But how will they? They're going to reject me because that's all you're thinking about. How much you can hate them. Sorry, watch the whole thing because that's the right collective. Until this relieves, they're not moving. So they could feel everything in the world for you. Until this block they're not going to move forward. You got to let go of it. If you really, and this collective you do, you hate them, but then you think they're the key to your heart and that they're hovering and that you're right. They're obsessed, but they're not going to hit send. Then it's going to keep being that unsent message till you clear this out. Conflict of, they don't want to face a conflict. I always talk about this trauma trait and people don't get it. If you're not a conflict avoidant, you don't get it. People like this, and it makes sense with why you see them as a Seven of Swords. They can speak mistruths, they can exaggerate a whole thing because they don't want to face the fire. They can be very misleading people, or they can ghost, or they can just suddenly, because they don't know how to deal with emotion, right? So straight away, there's going to be too much conflict here. It's a lost cause. I'm not even going to... And if you do not understand that trauma, normally people that are conflict avoidant don't even understand they're like that. They get nervous. They won't open a message. You know, they normally leave their mail pile up, don't want to look at bills. Conflict avoidant, unless you struggle with it, you've got no idea. You can stop speaking to family and friends. You can have hundreds of bloody text messages unread and this and that because you just don't want to deal with it. You clam up. You isolate. So they lack focus. They think you're not in alignment right now. There's energy blocks clearly all over this. This will never take off again. They're never going to back down. They're not going to hear me out. This is sad. Oh, they're not learning from the past. So this Nine of Swords, I'm not good enough. I don't have the right goals. I procrastinate. I'm an underachiever. This is why Spirit's got to release this abundance for them first. That's a block here. But you've clearly made them feel like that. In the nicest way. For them to have such a stress about it, there's clearly grievances in the past, and I felt that for the right collective. Something financially, they never felt your equal. And this right collective, you would have made it very known. For them to be holding on to so much about it, the comparison to you, where you are in life, where they are in life, our values don't align. Look at them, look at me. How they broke your heart. How they loved you so much, but they broke your heart. They disappointed you. They revoked the offers. And I said in that part, you should never have accepted those offers. They weren't in a place to give them to you, but you weren't in your worth. So then they think, I did this all before. I'm destined to get rejected. I love them so much. They're going to break my heart this time. Look what I put them through. They're obsessed. Oh, God. Oh. So this knowing they need to find common ground, situation, harmony, resolving these situations, it makes them restless. Then they feel, no, this is foolish. No, the impulsiveness, which you can't stop thinking about as well, this collective, no, I've got to hold back. I've got to hold back. There's no way. This is silly. I'm just going to get my heart broken. So then... because they don't, the conflict avoidance, this is a lost cause. This is broken. There's too much discord. Was this even authentic? You guys, was this even real? Was this authentic? Was I just love bombed? This is misalliance, false sense of security. How are we ever going to be happy again? This is just my emotion. Time will heal all wounds. You see it as an Ace of Pentacles in reverse first card. What do they see out of alignment and causes energy blocks? Ace of Coins upright. We're not abundantly equal. I can't offer them what they deserve or what they think they need in life. This is truly where they see you guys out of alignment. And this stresses, I've got no goals, I got no this, I got no that, I got huge trauma over it. Then what happened here, how you're going to react to it all, there's no way they're going to forgive me. Then this is probably one of your biggest ones. They don't feel good enough financially. How can I offer them stability? How can I offer them security? How can we even have potential again? Look what's been done. Because you cannot let go of it. Please watch the whole thing. The wheel is trying to... You both, remember, master the emotion, get to the next stepping stone. This collective, in solitude, you cannot get past your mental anxiety, the way you come in and out. And I actually... Collective, you've actually been on this journey for a while. Seeing your cards, the universe, like, I don't think this is I think this has been a while. It's like you can't get past it. Okay, let's just get a couple of these. I'm too immature for this person. I don't have enough emotional intelligence. The divine is trying to give you both a miracle. Expect a miracle, divine. This is finding you for the change of thought pattern. If you've been on this journey for a long time, like I've said, it just takes you to tweak it and be consistent. Stop putting this person down so much emotionally. What's the harm in trying? What is the harm in trying? Watch the whole thing, the advice that was given. Because what you're doing now doesn't work. And it doesn't get you out of obsession. Even if it's more sporadic that this comes over you. Maybe at the start it was every day, then it went to once a week, once every couple of weeks. Now it could just activate in you once a month. Whatever it is, you still fall back to the trapped thought pattern. Yeah, they see you as a wish. You're my purpose fulfilled, my sun, moon, and stars. You're my everything. That you could be that's why they would stress about finances. If they truly believe you can be a power couple, I always say you can't have one powerful person in a power couple. Well, it takes both of you. That makes sense with why they're so hard on themselves financially. Their comfort zone. And you guys, we had that holy moly, we had that deviation about you guys. And stepping outside of my comfort zone to get closer to you. You need to get out of your comfort zone to this collective. Oh God. So they fantasize about your future. I fantasize about our future together. Our home, kids, vacations, I want it all. But am I mature enough to give this to them? Because you just... It's everything you stress about is what they stress about. They don't feel good enough because those thought patterns make them not good enough, if you know it or not. It's every single one that we've spoken about. Twin flame underneath divine intervention. They know this is a once-in-a-lifetime type of love. You feel like home. You are the one. But then they feel obsessed and crazy, just like you guys. But growing, that's good. We love that. And you guys are growing. It's just little tweaks that you... Anyway, you've encouraged me to look deep inside myself and discover who I really am. You're their purpose fulfilled. Strategizing. And that's how you see them, as a strategizer. But power couple, this is why their goals are so important. They've got, the universe is trying to release them a win right now. It's part of your puzzle. Putting together an offer you cannot refuse, planning their next move. When they get this, whatever trophy energy is. Wow, good. So comfort zone, they got transformation, growth, the twinny journey, divine intervention here. This is good. I'm making conscious choices to transform into my higher self, to be with their perception shifting. And this is why this is finding you, to shift your perception, this collective, back into your strength. It's only when you're triggered you get like this. You've got to make your strength energy permanence, even when you are triggered. Just like the trigger. All right, I want to get these twin energy cards, what you guys need to focus on to start soothing these threads. And I want to get these love oracles as well. What does this collective need to focus on? Oh. So this is the energy to clear out these blocks. My inner child was, and it is your wounding. We've spoken about it. My parents couldn't respond to me the way I needed them to. I'm reacting from a wounded space. So this is why you need to be on top of, it's your trauma. That was huge for this collective. It's your belief system you're trying to change that you keep falling back into. When this comes over you, four, masculine energy, mental discipline, willpower, change the thought pattern, replace the thought pattern, consistency. We spoke about it. I need you to trust me and believe I'm working towards union with you. You don't have trust because of the lack of movement. Not your ego's time, divine's time. You either trust or you don't. Number 10, I'm awakened. I know more than I'm letting on, but you're holding on to the past version of them, the broken version of them. Why not see them as awakened? What? Because it's crazy because you can't see it? Well, then you old thought pattern. Divines think differently. Magician's mind. What's the harm in trying a different thought pattern? Mission work. You're alchemists. You're transmuters. Remember that. Remember your power. F ordinary. You're magic. You're not meant to think like the rest. We are alchemists. We transform fear into love and shadow into light. You are consumed by the shadow. That shadow comes, that trigger comes to find the light. Without it, you cannot find the light. You need to walk the middle path. You need to be able to feel both. Truly. You are not like the rest. So stop thinking like the rest. I feel like I don't deserve your love. This is blowing me. These are all the blocks we've been talking about. This is what they're saying. You need to refocus and shift. I'm worried you'll leave me when you see who I really am. They're petrified because you will not let go of the hurt. You won't let go of it. You think you are. That was the scariest thing. Positive mindset, then all negative. Watch what whole thing. I was about to say at least watch part 2. You need to watch the whole thing. Triggering, but hopefully it drops a penny. Another mission card. So your inner healing. Our mission is to be unconditional love. Are you being that? Clearing our programming belief system you keep falling back to is a necessary part of opening our hearts because of your trauma. Oh my God. Sign. Telepathic messages. So you're sending this through. Sometimes I feel like you're speaking to me in my head. All of the doubt. You are because you're creating the doubt in them. At times it triggers me because I wonder how much you can see me. Let's even take that bottom part. At times just the last sentence, how much you can see me. But sometimes I feel like you are speaking this fear into them and you don't even know it. I need you to trust me and believe I'm coming to you. And then you get a union card. I feel our energy merging as if it's one. 100% this collective. We are becoming, I feel our energy merging together as if it has a life of its own. We are becoming one again. You're already one. I'm awakening. I know more than I'm letting on. Patterns number 11. I'm afraid this relationship is too good to be true, so I pull away in fear. So every time you question it, it's the fear. Are they awakened? Are they divine? Are they this? Are they that? You don't need the answers. Wait for your full circle moment. You don't need the answers. This is out of your control. Don't let it consume you anymore. We are alchemists. Another union card. We are one. Oh, that's what I said with this one. Don't let fear get in the way of this truth. Transform your shadow into light. Transform fear into love. Alchemize. I long to sweep you one day, if you can get through this. Communication. I wanted to send you a message today, the unsent messages, but then all the frustration and fear out of you stops them, if you know it or not. I'm afraid to. I don't know if you want to hear from me. This collective, you think you want to, but then look at the negativity. I can feel it energetically. If I can say the right things to you, this person is so scared of your reaction. One again, another I'm triggered and old patterns have been surfaced and it hurts. This is what I said to you guys. It's every time it comes up, it's the same triggered state. All right, I just want to get a couple of these. I'm closing this one off. That you need to change, but that will help your energy blocks. That. Oh, too many. Sacred union. Remember that. And time. Who cares about the time? Honor and treasure this relationship because it's truly sacred. Close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joyful. You can allow joy into your life regardless of the circumstances you currently find yourself in. Remember, live in the manifestation glowing thread as if you already have it. I see the tree of life. Manifesting a miracle. As we said, see the manifestation as if you already have it. Your dream is soon to become a reality. Trust your heart and continue to follow it. Actually, don't. Actually, yes, it's trusting your heart, not your mind. Your heart tells you the right thing. Your mind tells you you're crazy. Oh, too many. Freedom. Enjoy your freedom. It's that desperation for companionship. Never work. There's nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. The only thing stopping you is your mind. Nurture the bonds of friendship within your relation. And right now you don't see them as a friend at all. Would you speak about your friends the way you speak about... Well, they wouldn't be your friends, would they? And love your life. Oh, wait. Within your relationships and your love life will dramatically improve. Oh, they want to come. Twin flame. Of course. Your passion ignites with embrace. Through each other, you find each other's missing puzzle pieces. You're just holding on to all this collective... Remember, manifest that miracle. You are the magician. Doesn't need to make sense. So stop trying to make sense of it. You are proof in the pudding. You are the tangible evidence. Look at your soul's discovery since this. It's all the tangible proof you need. Your uncertainty and negativity literally comes because you have not seen the of this it's you can't make sense of it. So stop trying to make sense of it. Surrender to it. Surrender to it. The more you try and make sense and logic and not want to feel like you're just prolonging, it's not working for you. Try something different. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. And striking message, how are you speaking right now? Snakes could be important. Eye of Ra, Eye of Horus, magician, Egyptian's mythology. Egyptian mythology, good luck and protection. You got the royal love. You've had a love of royalty, a life of royalty. This is such a divine charm of mine. Sapphire. Oh, completion, 0. The Venus star, star of love, your magic within, the rapid moving lightning strike. You are protected. You are protected. Remember that. The hum's a hand. One! Literally the one. O-N-E. Oh my God. You lit O-N-E and spelt O-N-E. The one. Remember that. You're not like the rest. Stop trying to think like the rest. Sage. Cleanse your energy. Cherries. You could love cherries. Could be wearing something cherry. Cherries are clearly significant for the right collective. Cherry juice, that cherry compote. And then 0, the O wanted to come out again. Remember who you are. Reminds me of the Acrotype deck, the one, that message about the one. Just believe in you. Oh my God, 432 or 44. You could be watching this at 234 or 432. 24th of the 3rd, 24th of the 4th, 14th of the 10th, 14th of the 4th, 144. 6th of the 2nd, 2nd of the 6th, 2-2, unexpected blessings, miracles. 12th of the 2nd, 2nd of the 12th, 1-2-2. 7-7. Trust in your intuition. 7-7 portals. You both could be a number 7. All right. I love you, my angels. Breathe. Try. Change your thought pattern and be positive.